So what are the symptoms? How are you supposed to know if your child's got developmental language disorder? And each child will be slightly different. So it may be they're not saying very much. The phrase man of few words is something that's often repeated to me when I say, oh, tell me about his conversation. Well, he's a man of few words. Maybe they're talking just seems a little bit immature. You've heard them talking with their peers and they're not using the same sort of words or sentence structures. Maybe they're struggling to find the right words. Now, this is a real red flag for developmental language disorder, because this does not happen in typically developing language. So what happens is they might pause while they think about a word. They might use a word that is semantically very similar. So the same grouping. So they might say, oh, I sat on the table instead of sat on the chair, because it's sort of next in the grouping. Or they might use something that sounds phonetically similar. So somebody told me the other day that they'd thrown the bowl. I went, you threw the bowl? And there's me in my head picturing the cereal bowl, winging across the kitchen. But they weren't. They were talking about in the pot throwing the ball. But they'd made that error. So that was a phonemic error. Others might become quite disfluent with it while they think. It's a, and then they think of the word. Sometimes they know what letter the word starts with, and other times they just block it. So sometimes it might just be a block while they think. Some children make up their own words, which is absolutely fantastic. So somebody the other day described that their child used Ella-isms because her name was Ella and she made up words all the time. So that word finding is a key red flag. Other children might just not appear to understand what is said. So other parents might say, it's like we're not speaking English. And it's not. It is like they're learning language as an additional language. It's not their first language. But these things are not always easy to spot, and they can be hidden behind other things. So things like paying attention, following instructions, or getting on with others. So you see the symptoms of it and you go along with that. You're not looking underneath that.